Hello students, welcome back. Hope you had a very enjoyable and relaxing summer vacations. Most important thing is children that you keep yourself safe and healthy. Take all due precautions children, and as is the requirement of the time nowadays, so we have to be little careful. And since we'll continue with our online classes because your studies should not be affected, so we are going to continue with the half-yearly syllabus. We have already finished the 3 chapters which were supposed to be for your unit test 1, and I hope you have completed your assignments. And in within few days I'll be putting up a test of those chapters also. And now we'll continue with the half-yearly syllabus, which would be the first chapter, which is the fractions. Now you will all must be very happy with that because this is a new, not a new chapter, not a new term for you also. It would be something you will be very comfortable with, something which you already know. So you'll be little relaxed because it's all new, all these things are known to you, right? So let's start with that, fractions. So I've given the heading of the chapter. So what do you mean by the term fraction? Let's see. Okay. It would be just a warm up in the beginning. I'll just warm up with what we have, what you have already, the terms which you have already done. A little warm up is necessary. I have a small cake. I have a small cake. Little bit. This is a small cake, right? And I divide it into 2 parts to give it to you and to your best friend. I divided the cake into 2 parts to give to you. This is your share. And the parts which I made are equal parts. Fractions, I am making one complete cake. The whole is taken as 1. It is divided into how many parts? 2 parts. And how many parts you are getting? 1 part. So what is your share? 1 part out of 2. So what is your share? 1 part out of 2. So what fraction you are getting? You are getting fraction 1 by 2. And we also read it as half also. Right? We read it as half also. So you are getting half of the cake, which is what? Nothing but what? 1 by 2 of the cake. So this is a fraction. Any number which is represented in the form as A upon B. Any number which is represented in the form of as A upon B, where A and B are natural numbers. What are natural numbers, children? It's the first thing which I'll be asking you. What are natural numbers? Counting numbers are natural numbers, and while we count, we do not have 0. So what are natural numbers? Natural numbers do not have 0. So A and B are natural numbers. Main thing is A can be 0, but B cannot be a 0. Okay? So A and B are the natural numbers, right? Now in that also, A is denoted. A is named as what? Numerator. Numerator. What does numerator represent? Alright, let's see what does it. Okay, I first tell both the things. And what is B representing? Denominator. Spelling should be clear. Denominator. Denominator. Numerator. We don't say numerator, numerator, right? Numerator, denominator. Although spelling is denominator, but we say denominator, numerator. When we pronounce numerator, denominator. Okay. What does denominator represent? What does it represent? It represents what? How many equal parts of the whole have been made? How many equal parts of the whole have been made? So how many equal parts of the whole have been made here? 2 equal parts of the whole have been made. So denominator represents number of equal parts. Number of equal parts of a whole. that is of this complete, how many number of equal parts you have made, that represents the denominator, right? Numerator, what does it represent? It represents how many of those equal parts have been taken out. How many parts I've taken out from these two? I've taken out only one. So numerator represents number of equal parts taken out. Very, very simple. Number of equal parts taken out. Right? So numerator, denominator. Numerator represents how many number of equal parts you have taken out. Denominator represents how many equal parts of the whole have been made. Alright, take one more example. A rectangle. 1, 2, 3. So these many parts are made, equal parts. They are all equal parts, right? And maybe I have shaded this. Okay. So what does numerator tell you? How many parts, shaded parts I am talking about. How many parts I have taken out? 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of, and what does denominator represent? It represents how many equal parts of the whole have been made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the shaded portion fraction is shaded portion, only shaded portion. Fraction is 4 upon 7. Now on the other hand, if you have to find what is the fraction of unshaded portion, well, count how many equal parts, unshaded parts are there. 1, 2, 3. That would be how many parts we need. Out of total number of parts, which are 7. So this is the fraction which represents unshaded portion. Alright? So you remember now what is numerator, what is denominator, and how to find a fraction if the number of equal parts have been made. Okay. Now we move on to some other term also. When these terms, fractions, now the terms which would be very frequently used would be equivalent fraction. It is equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction. If you get confused sometimes, so from equal you can remember equivalent fraction, right? Just to remember, right? When equal, we all know what does equal mean. So equivalent are the fractions which have the same value, right? They are the fractions having same value. Well, this is fractions having same value. Fractions having same value. I'll explain to you with the help of a very simple example. I'm taking 4, 1, 2 equal. All these are actually equal. Alright. And here half. Alright, all are same? Let's see what happens. represent here shaded portion as a fraction. So how many parts are there? One part out of how many number of equal parts? Two. 1 by 2. Alright. Now, what is the fraction here? How many parts have been shaded? 2. And how many number of equal parts? 4. Same, but fractions are different. 1 by 2, 2 by 4. But the value is same because it's the same part, right? Okay. See here. What is the fraction of shaded portion? 2, 3. Out of how many total portion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see here. How many shaded portion? 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of how many total? 8. All these fractions have the same value. So they are what? They are all equivalent fractions. And we can convert one fraction to the other very easily. So if we multiply or divide, okay, let's first just multiply. If we multiply both numerator and denominator by the same natural number, 0 will not be. We won't multiply by 0, right? If we multiply both numerator and denominator by the same natural number, you will get the equivalent fractions. So if I multiply numerator by 2 and denominator by 2, what do you get? 2 by 4. You get the equivalent fraction. If you multiply numerator and denominator both by 3, 3 by 6, you get the equivalent fraction. So if you multiply numerator and denominator by the same natural number, you cannot multiply by 0, remember that, because if you multiply by 0, you know you will not get the equivalent fraction, you will get 0. So you don't multiply by 0, by any natural number. 3, 4, 5, 6, you will get equivalent. Vice versa also. If you divide by the same natural number, like the bigger one, I am dividing by 4 here. Both numerator and denominator is divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 gives 1. 8 divided by 4 gives 2. You get the equivalent fraction. So the options are multiply or divide both numerator and denominator by the same natural number. Remember children, do not multiply or divide by 0. By the same natural number, you will get equivalent fractions. Alright, so we are revising two terms today, that what are fractions and what are equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions having same value, and how to get equivalent fractions by multiplying both numerator and denominator, multiply or divide both numerator and denominator by the same natural. Alright, so now you can open your textbooks, children, and on page 56 there is a definition of fractions that you will mark it, underline it. I am not asking you to you will write this definition in your notebook. You will give the heading of the chapter as fractions, and then you will write the definition of fractions with two examples. And what are fractions? The numbers I am reading, it's on page 56. The numbers of the form a upon b, where a and b are natural numbers, are called fractions. In the fraction a upon b, we call a as numerator and b as denominator, and any one example you can put there. On page 57, there is definition of equivalent fractions, that also you will write in your notebook. Two or more fractions representing the same part of a whole are called equivalent fractions. Then the rule which is given there, after that definition you will write the rule which is given below, which is highlighted with blue color. I am reading for you. That also you'll write in your notebook. To get a fraction equivalent to a given fraction, we multiply or divide the numerator and denominator of a given fraction by the same natural number. Alright? And you can write any one example over there. Well, then we are going to start with exercise 4A today. Question number 1 will be done in your textbook only, right? So you have to, it says, I am discussing with you, question number 1, you can all open question number exercise 4A on page 60. So when you see the class, you should be ready with your books also, so that you can keep marking the things which I am telling you. So it is, what fractions do the shaded parts in each of the following figures represent? Well, you can count. Numerator is the number of shaded parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 shaded parts out of, and denominator is total number of equal parts. So there are 8 parts. So fraction is 5 by 8. Similarly, the second one. So if you count, how many portions you can see? How many shaded portions? There are 7, right? So 7 out of 20. Sorry, 12. 7 out of 12. So 7 by 12. Alright. So now first question you can do in your book. Now we'll continue. I'm taking up question number 2 onwards. I'll be taking up as earlier children. Each question I'll be doing it on the board. Each question some subparts. Like if there are 5 subparts, I'll do 2 parts on the subparts on the board. And in the same way or method, you will do the remaining subparts, all the subparts in your classwork notebook. Alright. So I want you to follow the same methodology so that you know how the step-by-step working is to be done. So we'll follow that. So I'm starting with question number 2 of your exercise 4A on the board. Alright. In fact, children, for question number 2, let's do question number 2. I'll take up, say, exercise number is 4A of fractions. Question number 2, I'll be directly writing answers of say second subpart, fourth subpart and sixth subpart. Right? The question is, write a fraction for each of the following. Well, when you are doing the question, well, I am writing it. So you will be copying question like this: 5 parts out of 11 equal parts. And draw the line, right? And here your answer would be 5 parts out of 11 equal parts, 5 by 11, like this. Okay? So make columns and then write the answer. So now I'm doing the fourth one. So we have to tell what does 4/7 is written in fraction form. 4/7 will be written as 4/7. And what is the sixth part? 6/8 means 6/8. Leave it as 6/8, will not reduce it. Alright children? So question number 2 is clear to you? Remember, you have to do all the parts in your notebook. Okay? Well, question number 3. I will be taking again, there are 5 subparts, I will take 2 subparts. Okay, very easy. Point out the numerator and denominator in each of the following fractions. I will tell you how you will write in your notebook. 2 and 4. You'll copy the question. Then you will give the heading numerator. No abbreviations. Do write the spelling correctly. Don't write just N or D. Numerator. And here denominator. Make columns. Making columns make your work very systematic. Right? So make columns. So question number 3, second part is 3 by 7. So what is the numerator? You will write here 3. What is the denominator? You will write underneath 7. You can leave a line after that if you wish, so that your work is spaced up and it looks better. And 1 by 20. So what is the numerator? 1, and what is the denominator? 20. Alright? Easy? Well, question number 4. So I'll drop this question number 2 and I'll take question number 4. So till now I hope and I'm sure no difficulty at all, right? And it will not be, because you know what are fractions, what is numerator, what is denominator, and you also know what are equivalent fractions. So what is question number 4? It says write 5 fractions equivalent to each of the following. We can write so many. So what is 5? No problem at all. So I will be taking up again the second and the fourth. Okay. And my question is, write 5 equivalent fractions to 3 by 4 and 5 equivalent fractions to 7 by 9. 5 equivalent fractions to both of these. Okay. Let's start. Well, I prefer writing equivalent fractions are well 3 by 4 into 2 multiplied by the smaller one 6 by 8. Right? Okay, I'll just rub it off. B. 3 by 4 into 3, both numerator and denominator, 9 by 12. C. 3 by 4 into 4. It's up to us by what we multiply, but I am selecting the smallest numbers. D. 3 by 4, both numerator and denominator multiplied by 5, 15 by 20. And E part 3 by 4 multiplied by both numerator and denominator by 6, 18 by 20. Alright, so, well, do not directly start, always indicate what you are writing. So first you write on the question, then you write equivalent fractions are. You will show that you are multiplying both numerator and denominator by 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You get 5 equivalent fractions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show the working, right? So like I have done the second one, you will do all the parts in the same way. Alright? Then question number 5. Alright children, we'll do one thing. So since this class was the warm-up class after the summer vacations, little bit introduction to the chapter and revision of the terms involved, and some very simple questions I've taken up. So when I take my next class on fractions, in my second class, we'll continue with the exercise. So till then, take care children and be safe, be happy. God bless you all.